My health class had CPR at school. I stayed after class to talk with the instructor about it. They showed me that it didn't have to be that way.
They showed me that I get to make my own choices.
There is another way.
That's the best thing CPR gives you. Another way. A better way.
A healthy way. Sometimes you don't see it because you're in your own world, but they don't make you feel bad. They talk to you like a real person, and they save kids from really unhealthy decisions. They tell the truth, and they know what they're talking about. So yeah, my life was different. I started to choose the better way.
I honestly don't know where I'd be or what I'd be doing had it not been for CPR.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
After the Marine Corps, I was diagnosed with PTSD and became homeless for 15 years. Like a hermit living on the street, I just existed. I came to Wheeler Mission. Wheeler operates on a culture of kindness. Going through their programs reminded me that my meaning in life is to serve God. God set me free from anxiety and depression. Before Wheeler, I just existed, but today I live.
Sprinkles if you got them. Jack's Donuts, find a location near you, now.
Hey conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear. Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid's solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You see if I did it?
Welcome to Traders Point Christian High School as we bring you high school volleyball right here on IndianaSRN. Tonight it's the Blackhawks of Sheridan at 1-5 and the host Knights of Traders Point Christian coming in at 4-3. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Burtner Electric, your licensed and experienced electricians serving Central Indiana. IU Sports Management, a lifetime of sports with a winning degree. Also by Piper Logistics, 3 service, 1 logistical solution. And by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown farm equipment dealer. Great to have you with us as tonight the Blackhawks and the Knights do battle. Troy Arangowski along with Eric Eaton. 2 teams, Eric, that are struggling a little bit early, though you do know that Traders Point Christian has a winning record right now. On the other side, though, Sheridan still trying to find their way.
That's right. Sheridan comes in at 1-5. They actually played last night against Heron, lost in that match in 4 games. Traders Point, on the other hand, comes in they're actually kind of hot here, Troy, on the season. They've won 3 in a row. After starting the season 1-3, so they come in here on a little bit of a roll for first-year head coach Rob McEwen. You know, we're in the 3rd week now of the season here for Indiana High School volleyball for 2022. Both of these teams lost some key contributors last year. Both teams did, particularly on the attack. The top 2 hitters in terms of kills for Sheridan aren't back, and of course Addie Fry, arguably perhaps the best player in Traders Point volleyball history, graduated last year. So both teams regrouping a little bit, finding themselves, but I would think that the 3rd week moving forward ought to be the time where you might be able to begin to get some rhythm with some of those newer players trying to step up. We'll talk about some of those players as we continue here on the pregame. You go back to last year, you mentioned Traders Point. We'll get to them in a moment. Sheridan last year, 2-23. They finished at 1-6 in the conference. As we mentioned, they come in with 1 win right now, so they've got some work to do. You're right, they did lose some key players off their attack last year, but they have some key players back as well. Talk about their personnel and what will we expect here tonight. Well, we take a look at coming in on the season here for the Sheridan Blackhawks on the season. A young lady by the name of Elzer leads them in kills on the season. Senny Elzer is a senior outside hitter, 26 kills on the season, and she's hitting a little over 200 on the season. So a pretty good percentage there. She's going to, we would expect that they're going to feed her often on offense at the beginning of this match. And the young lady that's going to be doing the setting for them we expect to be doing the setting tonight will be Nova Cross. She's a sophomore, 53 assists on the season. And so those are the top 2 players that we're going to see to run the offense here tonight for the Blackhawks. You know, you mentioned the numbers by Elzer a little bit ago, and her numbers are very good, but as a team coming in, their hitting percentage is at -029, and that's something they'll really have to concentrate on tonight if they plan on winning this road matchup. Well, that's exactly right. In fact, it looks like Elzer is basically the only player that's has a positive hitting percentage on the season. Their second leading killer in terms of kills on the season is Shelby Eaton, no relation by the way, has 12 kills on the season, so there's a big disparity there from first to second. Very, very true. Now, Traders Point Christian, again, the Knights coming in, they lost 4 big seniors from a year ago. You already mentioned one of those, and again, undoubtedly and arguably one of the best players they've ever had at Traders Point Christian, and they come in at 4-3. They beat Bethesda Christian in their last matchup. They have a busy week, but tonight they want to keep it rolling. Talk a little bit about Traders Point Christian, and what do you expect this evening? Come in having 1-3 matches in a row, all by scores of 3-0 after starting 1-3, so perhaps starting to find their stride here a little bit. You know, they're probably going to be led here tonight, I would think, offensively by Amanda Quillett. She's a junior last year, 154 kills for the season. That's about 2.1 kills per set. Hit a little over 100, 124 hitting percentage for the season last year. Good server as well, 46 aces. Almost 94% serve percentage last year, 244 digs, wow, which led the team. So she's got good all-around balance to help Traders Point, this young ball club, and help lead them here through the early stages of the season. Well, as Eric mentioned a little bit ago, we're in the 3rd week of this season. We'll come back, talk more about this matchup. It's the Blackhawks and the Knights coming up in a couple of moments. This is high school volleyball on IndianaSRN.
How about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
I get her, not solo!
You saying I did it?
Yeah!
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Welcome back here to Traders Point as they get their final warm-ups in here tonight. This matchup between the Blackhawks and the Knights. This broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, video, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. And I want to remind you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Indiana Mulch and Stone. Since its inception in 1987, Indiana Mulch and Stone has been dedicated to providing the highest quality products to landscapers, businesses, and residents in central Indiana. And their first priority and foremost goal is to establish long-term relationships with their customers by offering exceptional service and the highest quality landscape products. This philosophy has defined their service for the last 35 years and will continue for decades to follow. For more information, go to their website, indianamulch.com. Troy Dargowski, Eric Eaton with you. Let me ask Eric real quick, as we look at these two teams preparing for tonight, and the one thing you said a little bit ago, which is true, we're into the third week of this season, and eventually you got to start figuring some things out. You can make some mistakes against some of the teams you play, but when you really play good competition, you can't. Where do you want these teams to be after this week? Because this season goes quickly.
Well, volleyball is a very, very rhythm sport. Yeah. It takes everybody flowing all in the same motion to produce a good product out on the floor. And sometimes it takes a couple weeks to get that rhythm going. You really would expect in the third week really to start to begin to hit your stride with that rhythm. Yeah. So you really see the errors drop tremendously, I think, from the third week as we progress along. So I would think that would be the one thing for both these coaches tonight as we start the third week. Let's see our errors really reduced here tonight.
You know, last night we did a game in which there were two really big keys. One of them was receiving errors. There were quite a few of them, and if you're going to give the other team that many more opportunities, they're probably going to score on them. And number two was first ball hitting. Did not do a good job of passing off that first ball, and the next thing you know, your offense is completely discombobulated.
Yeah, so one of the big things is in terms of when you get two evenly matched ball clubs is serving and serve reception. Yeah. Who can get the 3 points off the aces and who can do a good job of serve reception, getting that ball cleanly to the setter to set up their hitters for the big kills.
The other thing you said a little bit ago, which is so true, we see so many teams go on runs, and like you say, it's a game of rhythm. If you fall behind in one of these sets, especially if you think about Sheridan on the road, they haven't played well on the road. They didn't last year. They have struggled on the road this year. If they fall behind, how early do you get that timeout, try to settle everybody down and get your rhythm back?
Yeah, so volleyball is also a game of momentum as well, and I think that's probably, maybe we'll talk about some keys here in a moment, probably the top key for Sheridan tonight here is to get off to a good start. Right. Get the young ladies some motivation and some confidence early that they can hang in this match here tonight with Traders Point.
Well, let's look at Traders Point. Again, as you said, I mean, they're coming into this one here tonight with a 4-3 record. Still probably not where they want to be, but you lost some key players from a year ago. The one thing you don't want to do is have a letdown at home.
Well, that's absolutely right. And they've got a good home environment. I've broadcast a couple games there from their gymnasium. They're going to have an outstanding crowd. They'll certainly use that to their advantage if they get off to a quick start. And they'll help rally them a little bit as well if they have some down points and commit some errors in this match as well. But I think probably a little bit more experience with Traders Point. We mentioned Amanda Quillett earlier, and also Chloe Ramirez was a good blocker as well. She had over 23 total blocks last year. So they're going to rely on their experience to here early in this match, I would think.
And I'm sure they want to get off to a fast start, really put the pressure back on Sheridan here tonight. And once you get that fast start going, you never know what's going to happen. We've seen some teams earlier this year that have rallied. They might be down 2 sets, and they come back and are able to pick up some wins. Tell you what, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back, and we'll get this one underway in just a couple of moments. It's Sheridan and Traders Point Christian. All the action right here on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Hey, tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Serenity Home Care. Serenity Care Services is an Indiana licensed personal agency and Medicaid waiver service provider in Central Indiana. They're friendly, competent, and an experienced team of caregivers you have been seeking. For more information, go to their website, serenitycareservices.net. Sheridan coming in, as we said moments ago, at 1-5. The last time these two teams met, Traders Point Christian won that match 3-0. And for Sheridan, their hitting percentage was at .047, a little bit better than what they have going this year, but we know they're going to have to do much better here tonight. They did serve pretty well at about 91%, but they had 13 receiving errors, and that's something we talked about a little bit ago, that if you're going to be a team that's going to win on the road against good teams and you're playing a Traders Point Christian team at home, you got to find a way to cut down on the errors, and that might be a big one to watch tonight.
Right, and I think there's two big keys for Sheridan here tonight. We talked about a little bit ago. First of all, is a quick start and need to cut down on the errors, and I think also someone needs to also step up besides Senny Elzer tonight, but she's going to need some help if they want to win this match.
Very, very true, and again for Traders Point Christian being at home.
Yeah, absolutely. They want to avoid the errors as well. They want to get off to a quick start, avoid the errors, try and put this away early, put Sheridan in a quick, 1-0 hole, 2-0 hole if they can in terms of games, and try and move on to a 3-0 sweep if they can. And as if you said, to utilize their experience. You talked about last year's meeting. Amanda Quillett had 10 kills, 9 digs, and 18 serve receptions for the Knights in that match. So she's one of those with experience, and we mentioned Chloe Ramirez, who had 23 total blocks last year for this club. So utilize their experience, get off to a quick start.
All right, Traders Point in the white, trimmed in blue. Sheridan will be in their traveling black. Sheridan, as you can see, is on the right side. Traders Point Christian on the left. These two teams, by the way, turn around quickly, and Sheridan will be back out on the road tomorrow. They'll go to Eastern Green, and then you look at the Traders Point schedule. They will be on the road at Indiana Def. I'm not sure both teams play on Saturday, but generally this time of year you end up playing Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, back on Saturday, so it's a very, very busy schedule. And on top of that, you still have to go to school, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a hectic week for head coach Melissa Jump and her Sheridan Blackhawks if they're going to play 3 consecutive nights, as you mentioned, tomorrow night as well.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough stretch. So, again, but you're in the moment now. Got to give everything you can here this evening. Try to get a road win. It will be side out to begin this one for Sheridan. Nova Cross, a sophomore setter. You see her just to the right, and we are underway here at Traders Point. Set to the middle, and the first swing on the night by Ramirez, nothing there. See how the response will be. There is a free ball given back to Traders Point. We've seen our first free ball of the night pretty much, and another return again for Sheridan with no offensive attack, and that will be long, and the point will go to Sheridan.
Yeah, back row hitting error there by the Traders Point Knights, and Sheridan wins the first point of the match on a lengthy rally.
So side out once again for the Blackhawks. Let's see how the Knights will respond here. Back set to the right side, and that will be in, and the point again for Sheridan. Good start here for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, nice back set by the setter there. I believe that was Lexi Lewin on number 5, I think, who took that kill for the Blackhawks.
Well, Nova Cross now has the Blackhawks off to a good start. She has that left-handed serve, which can be very difficult. The swing from the upper left corner, that's Ramirez, and the point will go to Traders Point.
Good swing by Ramirez on that left side there, and gets Traders Point their first point of this match, tying it up, or actually trailing Sheridan by 1 point.
Side out, Traders Point. See how Sheridan will come back. They'll go outside left, try to push it down the line. Good rotation there for Traders Point. They'll make the return. Another free ball here for Sheridan. Pushing it deep middle, and no return by Traders Point. As Emmy Fry can't get it back over the net, point will go to Sheridan 3-1, and into the line it will be Meredith Krupp now for Sheridan.
Good play there by Claudia Headley for Sheridan. As the Traders Point tried to setter's dump over the net on second contact, and Headley was ready for it. Sent it right back over the net.
And there's a service error by Sheridan. That will be our first service error of the night. And it'll be side out Traders Point. Chloe Ramirez, one of the 5 returners that have at least some playing time from a year ago. And that will be long, and we see a service error the other way. So the point will go to Sheridan.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see from one of your senior leaders here early in this match, to give Sheridan a point there off of a service error.
Claudia Headley, a junior outside hitter. Middle hitter as well. Set to the middle here for Traders Point, and just enough on that one for Quillett to get the point. And it's now 4-3. Side out once again for Traders Point.
First kill of the match for Quillett.
Carrasquedo, that is Melanie Carrasquedo on the serve, and the return will be long, and the point will go to Traders, and we're tied at 4 apiece.
Libero player there for Sheridan, Jacqueline Bates, hitting from the back row with the air on that attack.
And that'll be a point for Traders, as that one hit deep in the middle. Unable to hold on to it on the return was Meredith Krupp.
Service ace there for Emmy Fry, who is the sister of Addie Fry, who we talked about earlier in the pregame, who graduated last year.
That'll be wide on the near side. Nope, they're going to say it did get in, so the point will go to Sheridan. And side out now for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, I would think Sheridan's pretty happy with their start right now. 5-5 here early in this opening game.
Peyton Warren, a senior defensive specialist, and libero. And can Traders Point get the return? They will. Save the possession that time to the middle. Ball blocked and then sent high in the air by Olivia Morgan. And then nothing on that back row attack. That was Chloe Ramirez unable to make the return.
Stayed down on that back row attack and hit it in the middle of the net for an error. Sheridan takes a 1-point lead here, 6-5.
We're in the opening set as that will be long on the serve, and that is Sheridan's second service error. And side out once again for Traders Point. Amanda Quillett, number 11 there for Traders Point. Sheridan gives a free ball back. And the play at the net misplayed by Traders Point, and Sheridan gets the point as well as side out.
An attack error there by Kiri Carrasquedo. Gives Sheridan the point there.
Elzer on the serve and another service error. You know, Eric, we saw a lot of service errors last night, and the team that won actually had the more service errors, but they made it really hard on themselves.
Yeah, you certainly do. If we commit service errors, a lot of them. That's 2 consecutive serves in a row. Sheridan's committed an error on the service.
Sheridan, another free ball back the other way. The push with the left hand by Gallagher of Traders Point. And then a miss hit into the net by Peyton Warren, and the point will go to Traders Point. Too many free balls given up already for Sheridan, returning it without an offensive attack. They'll have to do better on offense, and then nobody in the middle right there, and a huge mistake.
Yeah, miscommunication there. There were 2 players in the back row that almost ran into each other, but no one else able to recover there, paying attention that they were going to have to come get that ball, and an error committed there.
And another ace this time. Chloe Ramirez, who is serving. I'll take that back. That's going to be Olivia Morgan, who is serving now for Traders Point.
Traders Point starting to build some momentum now, up by 3.
Yeah, that 3-point lead is the biggest lead. Now make it 4. Great serve just over the net. And here's when you talk about the momentum, and we've got a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. This is high school volleyball on IndianaSRN. Take a look at the replay perhaps of that last ace in a moment by Olivia Morgan as we're back to live action. A 4-point lead now for Traders inside the attack line. Off the right swing by Ramirez. Back the other way, and Sheridan will answer.
Yeah, nice back row attack there, and the kill will go to Senny Elzer, and that may be her first kill of this match.
Yeah, she got every bit of that one. So that stops a little run there by Traders Point. And another service error by Sheridan. I have them for 4. Is it 3?
Well, 3 serves in a row now they've committed errors. 4 total, but 3 service errors in a row.
Yeah, that's big. So side out, Traders Point. This is Grace Gallagher. Left-hand serve. There's not a lot of room there for anybody that likes to run jump serve. Here it's a relatively small gym to work with. As these two teams volley back to the net, and we've got a violation against Traders Point. They got Emmy Fry. And I can see how Emmy would get too close because that ball was coming down and it was so close to the side on Sheridan, she thought maybe she'd have a play on it or it would come over.
Yeah, that was a much needed free point, though, for Sheridan.
Back to 3. Free ball there for Traders Point. And once again, Sheridan on the return as well. With the right hand, good swing up front by Chloe Ramirez.
Yeah, good placement on that little kind of a roll shot there in the middle. And great placement kind of back right. No one home for Sheridan.
So side out, Traders Point, +4. And is it in? Yes, there's another ace for Traders Point.
Yeah, what a serve that one was for Kiri Carrasquedo. Kind of just rolled down and died in the back center for an ace.
Kiri's using every bit of that room back there all the way to the wall on the serve. And there's another free ball again by Sheridan. So nothing on offense. Little tap over the net and the point. Looked like that might have been Quillett once again up on that left side.
Quillett with her second kill.
So now the lead is at 6. And another point, mishandling that one on the receiving side, Claudia Headley.
Yeah, the Blackhawks are going to have to shore up their serve reception here very quickly, or this first game going to get away from them here.
We love the idea when players like Quillett can get you going in those serves, but there's another receiving error by Sheridan, and now it is a 17-9 lead in the opening set, and they've kind of done it methodically too. It ain't nothing flashy. They just do business here now, and counting on mistakes on the other side. Another free ball on the return. That is number 8 here in the opening set. And pushed near the corner, and the point will go to Sheridan.
That ball pushed out of bounds there by Chloe Ramirez. Tried a deep corner push there and did not find a piece of the line.
Here is Meredith Krupp, just a freshman. Boy, I would imagine some of the players that serve, and a nice push over the net by Emmy Fry. When you are used to having a lot of room down there in the baseline and you don't have as much room, some of these players really like to get up and go when they do the jump serve. It's got to be a little bit tough.
Yeah, not as much room to run up on that jump serve here at this gymnasium, that's for sure.
To the outside, the push. That was Shelby Eaton, the middle hitter and outside hitter that time for Sheridan. Ball played at the net, and the battle there won by Olivia Morgan at Traders Point.
Yeah, a little joust there at the net. Traders Point wins that point.
That 9-point lead now matches the biggest lead they've had here in the opening set. You get to 20, and then you start the countdown. If you're Sheridan, you cannot make many mistakes the rest of the way. Good play at the net. Falling to the floor there was Headley. And the point will go to Sheridan.
Elzer with that kill. Her second kill of this opening game. Blackhawks down by 8.
Side out here for Headley. Crowd a little bit quiet here early in this one, but still an 8-point lead for Traders. To the outside left. Front line able to get a hand on that one. Another free ball back to Traders. Middle set, and the swing and the point good by Morgan.
Yeah, Olivia Morgan having a pretty good opening game here for Traders Point. She's got a couple aces, now a kill to go along with those 2 aces.
So now there's your 20. Getting that first set at home can be very, very big both ways. You want to come on the road and get that first one if you can, but Sheridan so far is struggling in this one. On the return, nothing. To the outside, little push, not enough though as Elzer can't get it across, and the point will go to Traders.
Yeah, good idea. Just needed a little bit more height on that. Otherwise, it might have been successful, but it did not make it over the net.
So now plus 10 on the serve. Can Sheridan come back right here? And again, another free ball heading the other way. You give Traders another opportunity in offense, and they produce with another point. That was again number 11, Quillett, able to get the point there.
And you know one thing, Troy, most of these attacks by Traders Point right now are off-speed attacks.
Yeah.
They're not going with the power right now. They're going with what's working, and you cut down your errors that way as well.
Certainly do. Nice block up front. That was Olivia Morgan there. And it looks, at least from our vantage point, that Traders has a little more size. Am I correct?
Yeah, I think so. And like I said, they've got more experience, too, I think, with the block.
So the lead at 12. Back on the return again. Let's see what Traders will do. To the outside left. Ball played well at the net up front both ways. And then Sheridan misplays it on the return. And we're now to set point here in the opening set of play.
4 hits called, and so Traders Point with an opportunity here to wrap up this first game.
Side out Traders. This will be Emmy Fry. Sheridan gives it right back. Didn't even get a chance to set anything up. And Sheridan will get the point. Played at the net well.
Yeah, point there. Olivia Morgan for Traders Point went up, tried to get the block, perhaps jumped just a little bit too early. No one else could recover behind her defensively, so Sheridan gets that point.
Still at set point here as Peyton Warren, one of the seniors on this team, with that left-handed serve, and that will be long. That is the 5th service error of the first set for Sheridan, and Traders goes away winning this opening set 25-12. Stay right there. This is high school volleyball on IndianaSRN.
A career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Needing to hire someone to take care of your loved one when you're away? Maybe your family member just needs someone to talk to when you're not around. Why not contact Indiana licensed Serenity Care Services? Call Angela, owner of Serenity Care Services, at 317-900-6202. Our team of trained and experienced personal care providers are licensed to serve seniors requiring companion care and light housekeeping services in Indianapolis and its 5 surrounding counties. Call us today at 317-900-6202. Now hiring qualified.
We're going to take a look here in a moment of the one ace we saw earlier, and that's really kind of the night it has been. Traders Point able to get several aces in that opening set. Your thoughts on what you saw? I think that it kind of went according to plan. Sheridan just making too many mistakes.
Well, we talked in the open about one of the biggest keys to volleyball when you have 2 evenly matched teams was serving and serve reception, and I think that really played a big part in that opening game there. Sheridan was unable to get many serves in, a lot of service errors as you talked about, and then they really struggled in the serve reception department as well, and that as a result we had a 25-12 win for Traders Point in the first set.
Yeah, and too many times you saw Sheridan never get their offense going. And when you have so many free balls and they kept sending it back to Traders Point, kind of reminds you, if anybody's watching, it's like basketball. If you keep turning the ball over and give the other team more chances to score, they're probably going to take advantage of that.
Right, and I think I only had Sheridan with two individuals who recorded a kill. Actually, 3 individuals who recorded a kill in that first set, and nobody with more than 2. So they need more than that.
All right, Traders Point, side out, and the first serve is in. So they say it was touched at some point. Is that what they were saying up front? Now there's some confusion here whether it was in or not. They couldn't be touched. I didn't see anybody back there, but they're going to say it is point for Traders Point Christian. So an early 1-0 lead. Side out once again. Back to the middle for Sheridan. There's not a whole lot of power volleyball being played here. You mentioned that earlier, which is very true for Traders Point. They've been using more of a finesse game. Is that one just inside the attack line, the swing there by Ramirez.
A little more power that time.
Yeah.
Nice dig, though, by Sheridan.
Well, Sheridan on the other side really hasn't played much of a power game at all. They haven't been able to get much on it. That one barely clears the net by, that's Eva Todd, who's in the lineup, just a freshman outside hitter and setter.
A little dink kill there for Eva, and got Sheridan their first point of this game.
Side out, Sheridan. Nova Cross once again on the serve. Just underway here in the second set. That one hit into the net, but it wasn't set well that time for Ramirez. So now Sheridan takes that 2-1 lead. They had the lead in the first set as well early. But then Traders Point took command about a third of the way through. Big time swing on the left side. Point goes to Traders Point.
There's some power for you there. Amanda Quillett with that kill.
And now that power game starting to pick up a little bit more as Chloe Ramirez will be serving, tied at 2. And there's another nice serve, and tell you what, couldn't get any better than that. That one barely got over the net.
And then dove down immediately in the center of the floor.
So 3-2. Traders now taking the lead here in the second set. Deep middle serve. Sheridan unable to do anything with it, so they'll give it right back again. In the middle now for Traders, and they find that open hole. And generally, a lot of times you'll see that middle open. And if you're not careful, the other team will sneak it in there, and that's exactly what Traders Point did.
Olivia Morgan doing a good job in the middle of the night for Traders Point. He's got a couple kills and a block from that middle hitter position.
So now +2, make it +3. That kind of misplayed there in the receiving end. I'm not sure that Lexi Lewin knew exactly what to do. It was kind of like, should I get it or not, because it was hit so deep. So now 3-point lead. Another good serve, clipping the net. Able to keep that one alive was Gallagher. From the attack line, middle back on the attempt. Yes, and nice play for Sheridan.
Yeah, that was a nice play there by Elzer. She actually took off from behind the line that separates the front row and the back row, even though she was in the front row, and got the kill.
So here is Meredith Krupp. Sheridan down by 2. And not a good offensive possession there for Traders Point. So back to a 1-point lead. This one now kind of mirroring what we saw in that first set, where Sheridan stayed close and we were kind of wondering who was going to take off first, and ended up being Traders Point. And off the right hand, that's going to be long. Too powerful there for Quillett. And we're tied at 5.
Little run here by Sheridan now. They've got themselves back even here, 5.
Well, as you mentioned in the pregame, this is such a momentum game, and right now the momentum in favor of Sheridan.
Yeah, Emmy Fry tried to tip that ball over the net on second contact and could not clear the net.
So Sheridan coming back to take the 1-point lead. By the way, we have soccer tomorrow on IndianaSRN, as that one will be long. That is the 6th service error of the night. And then we have 5 football games coming up on Friday night. So we have a lot to go. And then, of course, college schedule begins on Saturday, college football. Nice play in that back row. Ball kept alive and then hit into the net. Misplayed there by Headley.
A double hit call there.
You have one of the football games Friday?
I do not.
What? You ever talk to Keith, huh? Middle set there for Sheridan, and the whistle, that'll go against Sheridan. 4 hits on that one. That college football game Saturday, Center, Kentucky, and Hanover should be a good one. 1:30 start time. And on the return, another mistake by Sheridan. Jacqueline Bates, the senior defensive specialist.
Yeah, that's the second time we've seen Sheridan this match setting the libero player in the back row for a traditional attack.
Back to a 3-point lead. A lot of free balls given up here tonight by Sheridan. Off the run by Morgan to keep it alive, and yet again Sheridan unable to do anything with it, but it was enough as it was misplayed by Traders Point. So the lead back to 2. Side out once again for Sheridan. And that's going to be long as well. That is number 7.
It's really hard to get any type of momentum going when you keep committing service errors, which is what Sheridan's doing.
Yeah, you keep giving Traders Point more opportunities. Ball played at the net, and Sheridan able to keep it alive, barely. Traders Point from behind the attack line. To the outside once again. Ball all the way back on the other side, though Sheridan's Elzer thought that was outside the antenna.
Well, she pointed to the ceiling, too. I'm not sure. She thought maybe it hit the rafters. Of course, if it hits the rafters, if you hit the ball in the rafters on your side, you got to play it. But if the opponent hits it in the rafters, it would be a point.
Nonetheless, a 4-point lead now for Traders Point. This is about where they started to take off in that first set. And Sheridan, again, no attack on offense. To the outside, Traders Point. Sheridan again, nothing on offense. Got to mount something offensively here pretty soon, and that's going to be hit long. The swing that time by number 4, Olivia Morgan. Sheridan returning now with Peyton Warren. So the score is 11-8. Back to a 3-point deficit if you're Sheridan. Ball set a little bit away from the net, but good enough. And the swing and the score by Kiri Carrasquedo. That wasn't a great set either. She kind of had to adjust a little bit just to get back to get it over the net.
That was the case. Sheridan's got to, right now, they've got to quit committing so many, giving so many free balls to Traders Point. They've got to be able to run their offense a little better.
It's only if at least I have just the second service error by Traders Point. I could be off, and none of my stats are official, believe me. Side out Sheridan. This will be Elzer. Not sure that at this stage Sheridan can produce enough offense. If they plan on winning this one here tonight, they got to find something, at least consistently offensively. There was another set that was unsuccessful, and that one found the middle. There's Carrasquedo again off that upper left side, and the lead now 4.
She has 3 kills now here in this second game for Traders Point.
Side out Traders. This will be Grace Gallagher. That left-handed serve went deep in the middle. Sheridan has to make the return. Quick push, but a nice play at the net for Sheridan. They'll get the point. Looked like number 18 Shelby Eaton.
Yeah, nice block there by Shelby.
Jacqueline Bates is back to serve, and back in the lineup will be Claudia Headley now for Sheridan. And there you go. That'll get you going. Give the ace there to Bates. Sheridan hanging in there here in the second set, only down by 2. Traders on the quick return up front. Back to the outside, nothing. At the attack line. A big swing and a hit. But defended well by Sheridan, and they come back. There's some of the power they've been wanting.
Elzer has great power. They haven't been struggled getting the ball to her, though, because they've always had something go awry, either the reception or the set.
Timeout, Traders Point. We'll take a timeout as well. This is high school volleyball on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Back here at Traders Point, just missed the ace once again by Bates, and so now Sheridan coming right back. It looked like they were going to be out of this one, but now there's another service error. We're tied at 13. That is number 8 now in the Blackhawks. Boy, and you hate to see that, Eric, because you had some momentum going, and then you give it right back.
Yeah, Bates on the season, prior to last night's match, only had 2 aces on the season, and she had a couple of them right there on that sequence.
Nice serve by Carrasquedo. And nobody there again. We've seen that 2 or 3 times where nobody's there to get the ball.
Yeah, that's all communication.
And it's amazing how you get that circle around the ball and everybody's looking at each other. Boy, deep serve played on that back row by Elzer. To the outside, inside the attack line, not much there. They swing with the left hand, nothing for Cross. And just like that, Traders back up by 3.
Yeah, Cross tried to tip that over the net on that second contact there, and to no avail.
Well, as Eric mentioned in the pregame, this game can be so much about momentum. And that time, the point good by Sheridan. Looked like it was number 6 that time, Warren. Or did I get the wrong one?
I think it might have been Elzer.
Elzer again?
Elzer there with her 3rd kill of this second set. If I'm Sheridan, I'm going to keep setting her time and time again.
Yeah, they're going to need her offensively since they really haven't had much offense here tonight. Back to a 2-point lead, Sheridan. And the point, yes, Sheridan back to within 1.
And we talked about that earlier. They've set Bates, the back row libero player, several times. That time she did get the kill.
Nova Cross trying to rally the Blackhawks here in the second set. Freebie that time for Traders Point, but the point will go to the Knights.
Yeah, good placement on that ball there. Jacqueline Bates went diving for it, tumbling over on the far sideline for Sheridan, but couldn't get there.
This is Ramirez on the serve, +2 here in the second set. Boy, nothing there for Sheridan near the line. Looked like Headley thought that ball was going to go out of bounds and held up on it, and the ace will go to Traders Point.
3 aces now here in the second game for Chloe Ramirez.
And the lead back to 3. Every time that Sheridan starts to make a little bit of a run, they make a costly error. To the outside. Nice swing. Quillett was there, and then the return again. Point will go to the Knights.
Quillett denied the first opportunity, stayed with it though, and got the kill on the second opportunity.
Timeout on the floor, 19-15 Traders. This is high school volleyball on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
It's a 4-point lead. The serve again for Traders Point as they're trying to put away this second set. And that one hit into the net, misplayed on the return by Olivia Morgan, so it'll go back to Sheridan. Krupp is back in again for Sheridan.
Olivia trying to tip it over the net. At this point in time, you just want to, I think if you don't want to take too many chances if you're Traders Point. Just get the ball back over the net.
And really at this stage, if you're Traders Point, let Sheridan make the mistakes. It has really cost them here tonight, especially on the offensive end. To the outside, cross-court attack. That was Elzer, and then the point good again for the Blackhawks. Should say for the Blackhawks, yes. It's Sheridan now down by 2.
Yeah, big block there by Elzer to give the Blackhawks the point there.
Side out, Krupp. Back to 2. Quick push. Nothing there, and to the outside once again for Elzer. In the middle, the swing and the point for Morgan. Olivia Morgan in the middle.
Yeah, she's dominated the middle here tonight for Traders Point.
Side out once again for Traders Point. Elzer down the line but wide off the swing, and it's now a 4-point lead and only 4 away from the second set. Once again, the middle set there for Sheridan, unsuccessful. Traders Point back the other way, but too hard on the swing. Point goes to Sheridan.
Well, another error there by Traders Point. A few errors now here recently for the Knights, and Sheridan's still just kind of hanging around here in this second set.
Yeah, still down by 3. Side out once again. Middle back on the serve, and then from the left side, the swing by Olivia Morgan.
And that might be the first time we've seen Olivia Morgan get a kill from the outside. Most of her success has been in the middle, but she went outside that time, worked nicely.
So now it's to 4. Well, how big this would be for Traders Point. Get that second set, lead 2-0. And that was played. You could hear some of the Sheridan players say it was out, but Bates played it anyway. Better be safe than sorry as the ball's kept alive. Big-time swing by Elzer. In the middle, and we have a whistle, and that'll be against Traders Point. 4 hits on that one. Back over now to Sheridan. And the lead back to 3. Here's Peyton Warren on the serve. Well, the 19 certainly a big improvement over the 12 in that opening set. Now it's 20.
Big ace there by Warren. It brings the Blackhawks to within 2.
Well, if you're going to make a run right now and you're Sheridan, do it right here. Now you're only 5 away from getting this vital second set. And I'll tell you what, you play that at the net like that, and Elzer will make you pay for it.
Absolutely. Elzer's way too good of a player to send her an overpass right to her. She's going to put it away easily on the one-timer, and that's what happened.
Leads at 1. This is high school volleyball on IndianaSRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Sheridan gets the point, and they continued their rally here late in this second set. Sheridan trying to even it at 1. We're tied at 22, and Sheridan gets the point, now leading it by 1.
A great serving by Warren right now. She came in on the year with 13 service aces, which actually led the team coming in, and she's racked up a few more here.
Yeah, that left-handed serve has been trouble for Traders Point, and on the return, what do we have here? And the violation will go against a net violation, I believe. They got cross.
Right, that's unfortunate for Sheridan. It looked like they were in a position where they might be able to take this second game. Now Traders Point gets the serve.
So side out, Traders Point. Let's see, close one here in this second set. Again, a return by Traders Point. Big time. Oh, man, big time hit by Elzer again. Good volley now. Longest volley we've had in a while. And the point will go to Sheridan. And now they're at set point.
Big kill there in the middle. I think that might have been Eaton there in the middle. Gives the Blackhawks set point.
Well, Sheridan's played a whole lot different game here in this second set than they did in the first. They're trying to force this to at least 4 now. The Traders Point have enough to rally, and another bad offensive possession there for the Knights. Sheridan from behind the attack line, and that's going to go against Sheridan Point, Traders Point.
And I think on that attack, on that back row attack, I don't believe she's allowed to jump her height to be over the tap of the net because she's a libero player.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what they ruled.
And a service error the other way. Big mistake there for Traders Point. That is their third service error of the night.
And that gives Sheridan an opportunity now to win this set.
Good serve. Another return. Once again for Sheridan, and the point will go to Sheridan, and they win the second set. 26-24. They rally from the deficit to get the win. We're tied at 1 apiece. We'll come back with that third set in a moment. This is high school volleyball on IndianaSRN.
Conductor, how about something new? You played this last year. Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah!
Come on!
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@IndianaSRN.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Back here at Traders Point, want to remind you tonight's game brought to you in part by Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. A great atmosphere for breakfast or brunch. They are open Wednesday through Sunday, 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Tammy and her staff will wait to serve you and your family. Don't forget, try their biscuits and gravy or quiche. And, of course, Coach recommends the BLT because he gets the extra mayo. Tam's located at 6427 Oaklandon Road in Indianapolis. And tell you what, Eric, you got to give Sheridan credit. They could have been easily down 2-0 and made a couple even crucial mistakes toward the end of that second set, but now we're going to go at least 4.
Oh, absolutely. I think it was a total kind of reversal from what we saw in that first set. It was Sheridan really struggled to run its offense with the committing errors. In the second set, Traders Point committing errors and then struggled to run its offense. And then we saw Senny Elzer really begin to get involved for Sheridan, outside hitter for the Blackhawks in that second set there. She had 5 kills, actually 4 kills and a block in that second set to help lead the Blackhawks to victory.
So Sheridan tying this one at 1 apiece. Mentioned Sheridan coming in at 1-5 on the year. They are 0-4 on the road, so they've only been at home a couple of times this year, and they're going to be on the road again tomorrow when they travel to Eastern Green. But a lot of momentum at the end of that second set. They have to feel very good where they are here in set number 3.
Absolutely. When they come, as you said, come in 1-5 to win the second set here, it's got to give them a lot of confidence now as they come into this third game.
So the adjustments made, and the official, you see him right there, checking over both the lineups, and we're ready to go here in set number 3. That second set almost looked like a mirror image of the first set. It appeared that maybe at some point Traders Point was going to take over, but then Sheridan just kind of kept nudging back and coming back again, and next thing you know, it was a Sheridan win. Another free ball given up there by Sheridan. They've given up a lot of those tonight. Set to the middle. Nothing again. Another push the other way. Each team volleying back and forth. And the ball played near the sideline. It may have gone out, but it was touched there by Eva Todd.
Like Amy Fry with the kill. A little tip on second contact there on the sideline. Gets a kill for Traders Point.
That one clipping the top of the net. Takes that down spin and goes in 2-0. Kiri Carrasquedo there for Traders Point. Again, a serve leading it 2-0. Back to the outside. And when you need a point and you're Sheridan, you go to Elzer. Back in the lineup will be Krupp, and Krupp will serve -1 here in the third set. Another good serve. They've actually had 8 service errors tonight, speaking of Sheridan, but they've been much more efficient in that department recently. That one just barely got over the net. Down the line, and does it stay in? Yes, and there she is again as Elzer able to get the point.
Great attack. That ball was not set particularly well there by Sheridan, but Elzer was able to recover and still put it away.
So we're tied at 2. Get a good look at Krupp once again, and I just jinxed her because I just mentioned a couple of moments ago You've been serving well, and now it's number 9. This is Ramirez. Sheridan back to the outside, cross-court attack. Nothing there for Elzer. Nice play at the net. Give the point to Morgan. You talked about her earlier. She's played well up front.
Yeah, block there for Olivia Morgan, her second now of this contest. She's also had a couple kills in the middle as well.
Side out once again for Ramirez. And a really nice serve again. That had a lot of top spin on it. And the ace will go again to Ramirez. So now the 3-point lead for Traders, their biggest lead here in the third set. They let a lead get away in set number 2. From behind the attack line, that'll be long. And Traders now a little breathing room here in the third set. Another good serve.
Nice line drive serve there by Ramirez for the ace. Sheridan now might want to think about perhaps here taking a timeout if the score grows a little bit larger here for Traders Point.
Yeah, that lead now at 5 as you see the score of the first 2 sets in your upper right-hand corner, and now Traders Point trying to build even further. And that one just falls in for the point for Elzer.
Great bump set there by Nova Cross. Set it perfectly off the bump set for Elzer, who put it away for the kill.
Shelby Eaton is back in the lineup now for Sheridan. -4 and serving. Middle set. A little push there, but nothing for Quillett. Elzer again, this time a little bit too much on the swing. And the point will go to Traders. Now, if you're Traders Point at this stage, you just want to stay consistent here the rest of the way. You have a 5-point lead, and every time you can serve, maybe get that thing up a couple of more points. You don't have to go on a really big run, but I'll tell you what, that's a nice swing from the back row by Headley.
Actually, I think it was libero player Jacqueline Bates.
Okay, yeah, Bates, number 21.
We've seen her do that a number of times. She's been called for a violation once. As a back row libero player, you cannot jump over the net. The height of the net. She stayed down nicely on it that time and got the kill.
I'll tell you what, Eric, I've got to see that again. I'd love to have the replay of the last time she was called for jumping as high as the net. She's not very big. That'll be long, or did it go in? Yep, just inside the line. Nice play for Sheridan. Yeah, Chuck, our producer, goes back and shows me that she elevated that height of that net. You can get an Emmy for that.
Especially from jumping from the back row.
Exactly. -3 and serving. Traders has to make their return. And that'll be too hard and goes wide, and another point for Traders, leading at 9-5. Well, you try that cross court, you got to remember you don't have quite as much room. Depending on where you hit it, the angle isn't great as opposed to going toward the back row. So the Blackhawks have made a couple of mistakes on that, and that's going to be too hard as well. So lead back to 5.
Yeah, and right now the lead really right now for Traders Point is really growing because of the Sheridan errors here.
Yeah. Well, does Sheridan have enough to get right back in this one? There's another free ball back the other way, and off the left hand by Cross. Or take that back by Gallagher of Traders Point. Ball set right at the net there for Elzer, and the return, yes. Elzer able to get right back in position. In the middle, but a whistle, and that'll go against Traders Point.
One of the things I'm noticing about from Traders Point, Troy, is they like to get the ball back over the net really quickly. Very rarely do they do the traditional 3 hits that they're allowed. They're putting it over on first or second contact almost all the time.
That's a good point. There's a service error the other way. That'll be number 10 now on Sheridan. Yeah, we'll have to watch that the rest of the way. I'm kind of curious why they don't. Maybe they feel it's better for them just to go after 2. Side out, Traders. Because now I'll be watching for that every time. There's one. They decided to go 3 this time. Well, Sheridan does their share of 2 as well. There's another one. That one's hit into the net. Not a really good jump there by Ramirez.
Once again, Sheridan just kind of hanging around here, much like they did in that second game, and then they got hot right at the end of it and ended up pulling out the win.
Here's Bates on the serve. It reminds me of this match, and that'll be number 11. It reminds me of a game where you aren't seeing as many good plays as you are mistakes, and that's got to be really concerning if you're both head coaches, because they've really got to quit shooting themselves in the foot.
There was an example right there. Jacqueline Bates did not have to go with a jump serve that time. She could have stayed down and just got it in play and committed the error.
Well, of course, the other way, we decide we'll have 2 in a row, so the 4th service error on Traders Point, and we will see Lexi Lewin come in, the senior middle hitter and outside hitter for Sheridan. Back to 4 from behind the attack line. Good swing there by Quillett. See, and there's another play there at the net that wasn't executed well by Sheridan.
Yes, it's not very crisp, clean volleyball right now by either side right now at this point in the stage of this match.
Lead back to 5. The pace of the match has kind of slowed down too. Picked up a little bit in the second set, but there's another mistake offensively for Sheridan as Lewin unable to get to it, but it wasn't set well at all.
Right, and I don't think she was the intended target for the second contact to set.
Again, they'll attack a zone. It all kind of depends on where they want to go. At least try to execute the serve. And a net violation, I believe they ended up getting Ramirez.
Number of unforced errors here for both teams.
Here's Krupp on the serve, down by 5. In the winner, this will go up 2-1. And, of course, that 4th set will put a little pressure on the team that is behind. That one clips the net, and you had 2 players there. You had Fry and Ramirez, and neither one of them went after it with any enthusiasm, so the point will go to Sheridan.
Both were really standing too close to each other there, and that was, I think, caused the problem.
There's another service here. That's number 12 now on Sheridan. Well, and that comes back. You mentioned communication earlier, but you've also got to really know your rotation, where you're going to be, and sometimes when you get all bunched up like that, you're going to cause a lot of errors. And we see that happen a little bit too often. Set was behind Elzer, but she was able to reach back and still able to get the point.
She went off speed that time, and I think that might have caught Traders Point a little bit off guard. They thought maybe she might come with a little more power, and she got the kill out of it just simply by going off speed there, I think.
Fry back in the lineup now for Traders Point, -4, and serving is Sheridan. To the outside, good swing there from the left. Nice job. Looked like that may have been Quillett again. And lead back to 5.
Quillett's been quiet here in this 3rd set, though. That's her first kill. As we talked about in the Open, she was their leading returner in terms of kills from last season.
Lead back to 5. Let's see if Sheridan can answer like they did in the second set. No, they cannot. Misplayed in that back row by Bates. That is something that you don't expect from a senior to make.
Especially the libero player.
Exactly. Because she did play well early in some instances, but didn't play that one well. And there's another free ball again the other way. Let's see who wins this battle at the net. It'll be done by Gallagher.
Yeah, big-time joust to the net between Gallagher and Elzer, and it's won by Gallagher.
Timeout on the floor. Traders leads at 18-11. This is high school volleyball on IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you can be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Following the timeout, still a 7-point lead here for Traders Point, and somehow Elzer found the middle, a hole in that defense for Traders Point, and is back to 6.
Right, she got blocked, and then it came right back to her, and then she just kind of tipped it right back over as the blockers at the front weren't ready for the second hit time that time by Elzer, and got the kill.
So now side out for the Blackhawks. And that serve will be deep as well, and that is now 13 service errors of any stat we have. That is huge. So now 19-12 lead, side out for Traders Point. Can they put it away? They had a chance to win that second set until late. Elzer again. Big block up front, and nice play. Boy, you had two different players there. You had Gallagher and Morgan for Traders Point, and Sheridan unable to keep it in play.
Morgan continuing to play well in the middle. I've got her unofficially now a part of 3 blocks here this evening for Traders Point.
Another freebie for Traders Point, but unfortunately, Traders Point unable to play it on the sideline, so it'll be Sheridan with the point. Back in the lineup will be Eva Todd.
That was great placement, back corner. Nothing Traders Point can really do to get that ball returned.
Elzer. That was misplayed there by Carrasquedo. Well, as head coach, I'm sure it's something they'll go back and work on when you think about the serving here for Sheridan. But boy, just too many mistakes. And sometimes, as I said earlier, you can get away with it when you're playing teams that aren't very good. But when you play really good teams, you're going to struggle. And there's another point. So all of a sudden it's back to 5. Well, I'll tell you what, that was misplayed there by Gallagher, but I'm not sure how she was going to play that one off the set. So another timeout, as Trader says. We've got to talk about it. It's down to 4. This is high school volleyball on IndianaSRN. Sheridan able to get another point as Traders Point hitting it into the net, and that'll be another service error. That's number 14 now on Sheridan. So we're down to 4 now here in this third set.
And the majority of those service errors in the first and third sets here. You take a lot of those service errors away from Sheridan, they may very well could be leading this third game.
Side out again for Traders Point. That's Morgan, and we go back the other way. So must be the giving season here tonight. That'll be number 5 now on Traders Point. Side out now for Sheridan and Bates. That one rolling right off the top of the net as Ramirez playing that front row, and then nobody gets it. Another big mistake for Traders Point.
Got to talk in that situation. You had 3 players standing right in the same area. Somebody's got to go get that ball.
We have seen that happen both ways, and all of a sudden it's 2 that call it getting a little tight here for Traders Point. Now make it 1.
Cross with the block there for Sheridan.
Another timeout. Traders leads it by 1. This is high school volleyball on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
We are in the 3rd set, and Sheridan has come back now to take a 22-21 lead following a Traders Point timeout. I would not have thought that Sheridan was going to come back the way they have again. But Traders Point has not played very well here in a tight situation for the 2nd straight set. Neither team able to generate much offense this time, as you see the ball rolling off the top of the net, and another return. Neither team able to generate anything. Back to the middle. And the point again, and Sheridan leads it by 2.
Just a big-time run here by Sheridan. Even bigger than the run that we saw to close out the 2nd set here. Now they're just 2 points away from taking a 2-1 lead.
Bates able to do it again on the serve. And again, Traders Point giving it back, and Bates unable to get to it. Point to Traders.
A tumbling effort there by Bates. Tried to pancake it, but ball hit the floor.
Gallagher will serve, down by 1 here in the 3rd set. And that's a big service error for Traders Point, and now we're at set point for Sheridan. Lexi Lewin is back in now for Sheridan. Chance to win it right here for the Blackhawks. And that'll be long again, and Sheridan rallies for the 2nd straight set. And now they take a 2-1 lead. We'll have that 4th set coming up in a moment. This is high school volleyball on IndianaSRN.
Conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Back once again here at Traders Point. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Pat Cherry Insurance. Their staff will provide you over 40 years of trusted experience and knowledge to help protect your assets. Visit them, and you can also put in a claim for you and your family if you want to at 317-894-7000. Pat Cherry Insurance, a proud sponsor here on IndianaSRN. All right, I was almost sure the Traders Point was going to win that set. They were up big. They ended up losing it by 3. Who was the biggest villain in that one? Are you thinking that maybe that Traders Point just choked for the second time, or did Sheridan play that well?
Well, I think it was a matter of who was committing the errors at the time they were doing it. Sheridan did it early. Traders Point committed the errors late, and that was the difference. Sheridan was able to take advantage, and they got some good serving from Jacqueline Bates right at the end of that set there. A libero player with a jump serve put him in positions. I think she got at least 1, maybe 2 aces there to grab the lead, and they took advantage. But I was kind of dead wrong in my analysis to start the match, Troy. I said that I thought Sheridan needed to get off to a good start in this match. That's not what happened at all. Not in the first game where they dropped it totally, and they didn't get off to good starts in either the second or the third games, but they rallied to win both of those games.
By the way, I have to let you know that, Eric, I've had, other than one game this year, all my other matches have been 5-setters. So be prepared. Seems like I'm bad luck when it comes to spending plenty of time here in volleyball action. Again, we remind you tomorrow we have boys soccer action. That'll begin at around 7:30 tomorrow night. And then we have 5 football games on Friday night. All of them begin at 7 o'clock, and then college football Center and Hanover Saturday at 1:30. All right, side out for Traders Point. They'll get the first point. Receiving air on the other side for Sheridan.
See if Traders Point can get into some type of flow offensively here in this pivotal 4th game that they must win.
Well, if we see that, and we might see the same movie we have seen already in the last 2 sets, as Traders Point able to save that possession. Even though Traders Point has gotten ahead, Sheridan has been able to come back, and they're going to get another point. They'll tie it at 1, and back in the lineup will be Lexi Lewin.
Like Shelby Eaton on the kill there for Sheridan.
It'd be a huge, huge win for Sheridan here tonight. Team that last year went 2-23. They could match their win total already here tonight, but they misplay that return. And now Traders leads at 2-1. Lost to this Traders Point team 3-0 a year ago, and that's a vast improvement here tonight. Boy, misplayed at the net the other way as Traders Point unable to make the return. That was Emma Settles, or take that back, Olivia Morgan up front.
Yeah, it looked like it was Hedler who got the kill. Hedley.
Side out for Krupp. Traders Point in the middle, and the swing and the hit. Big time Morgan.
And I would like to see Traders Point do more of that. There they ran a nice offense and got it to the middle hitter position, and Morgan put it away for the kill.
Side out again for Traders Point. This is Fry. And then the play at the net, nice job to keep it alive. Give that credit to Cross there for Sheridan. Back to the outside. Able to reach out, keep it alive was Bates, and a nice return for Sheridan. Good adjustment there by Elzer. And then down the line, is it in? And they say yes. Head official looking down at the line judge. Traders now leads it by 2.
Quillett with the dink kill there for Traders Point.
Elzer again. Good block up front, but the official will call that against Sheridan. And now a 3-point lead. As we can probably say after the last 2 sets, no lead is safe for Traders Point here tonight. Boy, how many times you'll see a team get up big like Traders Point did in that second set, as that was misplayed again in the middle. But you very rarely see teams come back as many times as you have seen Sheridan tonight.
Especially when Sheridan is committed the amount of service errors that they have.
Yep, they're at 14 right now. And that one misplayed, a little bit off balance, and going backwards was Shelby Eaton there for Sheridan. And so Traders will get the point, side out. Quillett on the serve, a short serve. The swing in the middle, and Traders will receive. Nice play by Sheridan to get it back over. And that's going to be misplayed there by Morgan, just inside the attack line.
Yeah, rare hitting error by Morgan here this evening. They did a nice job of running the offense again, trying to set her up in the middle, but unfortunately she hit it into the net.
Here is Peyton Warren back in the lineup now for Sheridan. -2, and that'll be number 15 tonight in the service error department for Sheridan.
They certainly have made things very, very difficult on themselves with all these service errors, but yet they still lead the thing 2-1.
Shows it's been a little bit of a different game here tonight. They're +9 in that department, and that one outside the antenna, and the point will go to Traders Point. So now back to 4. Quick push, nothing, as Traders Point in the middle. Krupp on that back row, a little self-defense maneuver to keep it alive, and Traders Point misplays it again. It was pushed deep by Ramirez, and another error by Traders Point, and the lead is now at 3.
Every time it seems like Traders Point really has an opportunity to pull away and make things difficult on Sheridan, then they start to commit some errors and allow Sheridan to hang around.
Elzer on the serve, and that was misplayed. Again, the idea back in that back row is you have to know where that line is and whether you're going to play it or let it go out.
And gets Sheridan an ace there with Elzer.
So now it's back to 2. A little quick tap over the net. Almost look like it was behind the head there of Cross. And Cross at the net again, and they're going to call a net violation on the other side on Traders Point.
Traders Point net violation. They had, I believe it was a 3-point lead here a few moments ago. Now it's down to 1, a chance for Sheridan to tie.
Well, they have been coming back ever since they got the second set win, 26-24, and so far being in a deficit hasn't bothered them too much, and misplayed at the net by Sheridan. A little collision there as you saw number 18, Eaton, go to the floor.
Short tip there by Traders Point, and Sheridan was unable to recover.
So Gallagher will serve now for Traders Point, leading it by 2. To the outside. From the attack line, that's played well up front by Sheridan. Cross-court attack, nothing. Quick right-hand delivery, and that looked like Emmy Fry up front.
It was. Fry put that away on the tip. Traders Point back up by 3 again.
Traders trying to force this. Boy, that was hit. Shanked that one to the right. That'll be number 7 now on Traders Point. A little side out once again for Sheridan. Get a look at Jacqueline Bates. Down by 2, and boy, somehow they were able to keep it alive. A lot of freebies back and forth here in this one. From the attack line, nice swing. Willett can't get the point there, as you see Sheridan doing a nice job in their rotation to keep it alive once again, and then misplayed on the sideline. Point will go to Sheridan.
So Headley ends up getting the kill after that lengthy rally. I tell you what, the libero player for Sheridan made a really nice up earlier in that sequence to keep that point alive, I would say eventually won.
Yeah, there's Jacqueline Bates, who is serving again, and that's in. There's an ace, and Traders Point gambled that time thinking it was going to be long. So again, tied at 10. And another service error, number 16 now on Sheridan. Side out, Traders Point. Neither team able to get a whole lot of breathing room in this set. If Sheridan can pull out the win, they will pick up a huge win here tonight, and they'll get the return, but again, not a good offensive attack. The swing of the right hand by Ramirez. And that will go to Sheridan.
4 hits on Traders Point.
See, back in the lineup now for Sheridan will be Lexi Lewin. So now Sheridan had a chance to take the lead. You have to feel if they can get maybe 3 or 4 points ahead, they may have a very good shot at winning this one. But Traders coming back on the outside. Carrasquedo there for Traders Point. That's Kiri. Side out, Ramirez. So it's back to a 1-point lead here in the 4th set. Little runner and a shove there in the middle. And boy, somehow Traders Point didn't play that very well. On the return, you had Todd, and then misplayed, out of play, and another point for Sheridan, but just another mistake offensively there for Traders Point.
Just as we talked about earlier, just struggling to really run any offense as Traders Point, and they just commit an error there. As Sheridan continues to hang around with a 2-1 lead now here in this 4th game.
Side out once again for Sheridan, and a nice serve. Give a lot of credit there, Krupp. That might be really one of her best serves of the night. But then you got to ask yourself, why is there such a big hole on the other side?
Yeah, that's true. Looks like Meredith Krupp is kind of a serving specialist. Really, the only time she comes on is to serve.
By the way, only a freshman, but she misses that one. That'll be number 17. I'm not sure I remember the last time I've seen 17 service errors, and yet you still might win the match. We're tied at 13 once again, and again that back row there for Sheridan. Let that one fall in. So an easy ace there for Traders Point Christian.
Yeah, Emmy Fry with that ace, but if you're Sheridan, someone's got to go get that ball.
Yeah, when in doubt, go ahead and make a play on it. To the outside. Nice swing there for Elzer. Wide on the sideline, but played by Carrasquedo, and the point will go to Sheridan outside the antenna. So neither team with an advantage yet here in this fourth set.
Seems just like the way that Sheridan likes it, though. Just keep it close and pull it out at the end.
How about that one? That one had eyes on the sideline. Nice serve there by Headley. We are still waiting for one of these two teams to make that little bit of a run to get the advantage, and so far that hasn't been the case, and I'm not sure how that stayed in play, but it did. Cross-court attack by Elzer. Now both teams volleying back and forth, and a free ball once again here for Traders Point. We're almost waiting to see who's going to make the mistake here. Outside Elzer again, and a whistle, and that'll go against Traders Point. I think they got Morgan in the net.
They got in the net there. And Sheridan now with a 2-point lead.
Timeout on the floor. Sheridan leads it by 2. This is high school volleyball on IndianaSRN.
You want a career that fuels your passion for sports and physical activity. IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences offers that and more. You'll have insider access to sports, fitness, and exercise science professionals and learn from faculty with years of industry experience. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll study next to world-class sports facilities, Olympic governing bodies, the NCAA, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sports industry career. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Another timeout on the floor as you see Sheridan leading it by 2. Side out now for the Blackhawks. And that will be wide, and that is number 18 now on Sheridan. It's not even the Christmas season, but Sheridan's been very giving here tonight.
And at this point in time, Traders Point will take every one they can get as they're trailing here in the match and in the game.
See what Sheridan has in store. Neither team mounting much of an offensive attack, and a whistle. That'll go against Sheridan. A little lift on that one. So now we're tied at 16.
Another kill for Morgan there for Traders Point.
Willett again on the serve. A nice one. Sheridan making the adjustment, making the return as well. And Traders Point gets the point on the near sideline, thanks to Olivia Morgan.
Back-to-back kills for Olivia Morgan. Nothing too special about that. A little tip. Went to the near sideline, and Elzer couldn't get there.
After trailing by 2, and that serve is in. Found an open spot in that back right corner.
Yeah, it looked like Elzer called it out for Sheridan, and she guessed wrong.
So now it's been a 4-point swing here for Traders. Outside Elzer again, cross-court attack, and that's going to be in there for the point.
Wow. Very difficult angle there, but managed to get a piece of the line.
You know, she has done that a couple of times, been very long on her hits on that cross-court swing, but able to get that one in. And now it's a 1-point deficit here for Sheridan, trying to win it 3-1. They dropped that opening set, rallied for 2 wins in 2 and 3, and trying to do the same here in 4. Elzer able to get it to the net, and the give and go, and it's blocked, and the point will go back to Traders Point.
There's Morgan again there, in there again on that block of Elzer.
So the lead now at 2. Side out once again for Morgan. 0-0 Nothing there for Sheridan as they make the return, and Traders Point will give it right back. Elzer, and does it again, and I tell you what, go to the hot hand on that left side.
Yeah, way up in the air on that one. No block that time by Traders Point, and Elzer's going to put it away easily with no block.
Elzer will go back now and serve. So here is Elzer. Free ball back once again to Sheridan. To the outside, and nice dig there to keep it alive, but then wide on the return. Another big mistake there for Traders.
Hitting air there by Kiri Carrasquedo. And Sheridan now is all of a sudden they're back even again after trailing by a couple points.
Can they get to 21st, and then it's a race down the line. Sheridan makes the return. In the middle. Nice job by Elzer again. Elzer again, right place, right time. In the middle. Nothing there for Eaton. And Traders Point able to find the hole somehow.
Yeah, a little roll shot. I think it was Eaton, maybe. Actually, I think it was Headley on that front row. Jumped up, tried to block it. And she didn't really need to do that because I think the back row was ready to get there with that little tip.
So now Traders, for the fourth straight time, they have made it to 20. And now a 1 point lead, side out once again for the Knights. Will Sheridan have enough to win this third set? Outside, cross court, went back middle, and then the play at the net, misplayed. Looked like that might have been Fry, unable to get any elevation.
I went with the tip instead of trying to set up a hitter that time and did not get it over the net.
So there you see we're at 20. So now, first one to 5, win it by 2. And Sheridan able to get the return. Quick hands at the net there for the Blackhawks. To the outside. From the attack line, went back, and it was a nice play there by Bates to keep it alive. And the whistle, and the point will go to Traders. 4 hits, I believe, on the other side there on Sheridan.
A little joust play, I think.
So now we're only 4 points away from a 5-setter. And that'll be a big error right there. That's number 8 tonight on Traders Point. And another change as we'll see Lewin come back in. And side out once again for Sheridan on the serve will be Nova Cross. That was pushed with 2 hands that time by Ramirez. Some of the shots that you see are kind of hard to believe because you wouldn't think that would get you much, pushing it with both hands because there really wasn't much behind it.
That's just all about placement sometimes.
So +1 and back to serve again Ramirez. Boy, neither team able to do much with it that time as you saw 22 there. Todd go to her knees to keep it alive, and now Sheridan able to get the point.
Yeah, good placement on that ball that was sent over the net. I don't think it was technically a free ball. I think it was on second contact, but great placement.
So side out Sheridan. We are tied at 22. Ball kept alive and to the outside, Elzer. Nice play there by Ramirez. Back to the middle, and did it get in? Yes. You talk about placement, that was done extremely well as Traders Point now leads it by 1. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. This is high school volleyball on IndianaSRN.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
23-22 as we're back in action. Sheridan comes back, gets the point. Good play at the net, and we're now 23 all.
Yeah, Sheridan they just don't go away. They just hang around, and then jump up and win the game.
Boy, give them some credit tonight. They've certainly been on the back of their heels and able to come right back, as you see Headley with the serve. That one clipped the top of the net. That was a benefit there for Sheridan. And that one falls in on the return off the swing there by Elzer. And now we're at set point. And another timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick break. This is high school volleyball on IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Back here at Traders Point as Traders Point trying to pick up the set here. Elzer with the big swing, kept alive. Nice job. And the return, the point will go to Traders Point, and they will win the fourth set 25-23. We'll come back with the race to 15 in set number 5. This is high school volleyball on IndianaSRN.
A career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Needing to hire someone to take care of your loved one when you're away? Maybe your family member just needs someone to talk to when you're not around. Why not contact Indiana licensed Serenity Care Services? Call Angela, owner of Serenity Care Services, at 317-900-6202. Our team of trained and experienced personal care providers are licensed to serve seniors requiring companion care and light housekeeping services in Indianapolis and its 5 surrounding counties. Call us today at 317-900-6202. Now hiring qualified.
We will go to set number 5 in a couple of moments. Don't forget tomorrow, boys soccer action here in IndianaSRN. It'll be Covenant Christian at Chittard. That is a 7:20 pregame, 7:30 kickoff here on IndianaSRN. And then don't forget high school football on Friday night. Greenfield Central at Mount Vernon. Evansville Central is at Evansville Memorial. At Taylor University, it'll be Adams Central against Covenant Christian. And also Heritage Christian plays at Garin Catholic. Again, all those games right here on IndianaSRN.org. And all right, Eric, we've seen about everything tonight, good, the bad, the ugly. So now what do you expect here in set number 5?
That's a good question. I know they kept your streak alive.
Yes.
Matches you've called this year going to 5 sets, that's for sure. But I think if you're Sheridan, if you're Coach Melissa Jump, they got to be a little disappointed they didn't wrap that thing up in 4 games here. But if you're Coach Jump, I think you got to tell them, hey, let's cut down on the service errors, and we should be able to win this 5th game pretty easily.
Win by 2, but you only go to 15. And that is going to be just inside the line. Good start here for Traders Point.
But Traders Point has got to have a little more energy now, you would think, after falling behind 2-0 to pull that 4th game out like they did. Now they come out and start with a big ace.
Side out for the Knights. Will Sheridan respond here from behind the attack line? Good swing, but a little bit too hard for Elzer. And that's another mistake there that Sheridan can't afford to make, and now they're down 2-0. When you talk about an area now where mistakes are magnified even more, and boy, you play it at the net, and you make the mistake on the return, and guess who made you pay for it? Ramirez.
Nice job there. The overpass there to put it away easily, Ramirez. Great start, Traders Point. 3-0 here, only playing to 15.
Side out again for the Knights, but there is number 9 on the night for Traders Point. Boy, you just hate to see that. Just as a coach, you probably pulling your hair out. Just give us a chance to play it, okay? Whatever you do, get it over the net, and then we'll take it from there. But now, Sheridan. And they will have another service error, so they give it right back. That'll be number 19 now.
They're not going to be able to afford to have a bunch of service errors here in this 5th game when you're only playing to 15 if they want to win this match.
Yeah, you can't wait until it's 17-12 or anything like that. We won't be here long enough. Side out, Ramirez. And everybody might be a little tighter too, and unable to play it on the back row is Bates, and now it's a 4-point lead.
Momentum all on Traders Point's side right now. Sheridan's got to find some way to take it away from them.
Ramirez once again. Really a chance here to put Sheridan in a big hole.
Great serving.
Traders Point back the other way. That one up for grabs as it comes back to the other side, and they're going to say what? Outside the antenna?
I believe it was.
Yeah.
It went outside the antenna.
So 6-1. It is all Traders Point, but Sheridan calls the timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. High school volleyball on IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move? It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Well, the shift in momentum has now gone back to Traders Point here in this crucial 5th set. Push deep down the sideline, and it is a little bit wide, and the point will go back to Sheridan.
Yeah, you wonder if Sheridan might have tightened up a little bit. They came in, I believe, 1-5 on the season. They were so close to getting that second win of the season, and then had it taken away from them there at the very end of that fourth game, and they've gotten off to a slow start here in this fifth game.
You know, for some teams, and again, we talk about that learning how to win thing, is that's going to be wide on the hit. It's not easy because you do feel you're so close, you just don't want to make the mistakes, but sometimes it just happens that way. 6-3. Well, they're not done yet, by the way, in case you're curious. They've come back several times here tonight. Neither team mounting anything offensively. Elzer battling it up front there against Fry, and it goes wide. Point will go to Traders Point. And if you're Traders right now, just stay consistent the rest of the way.
Get the serves in.
Yep. Don't make any errors yourself that are mistakes that you know you should be avoiding. A lot of them end up being mental mistakes. Not that one. That hit just a little bit too hard that time by Emmy Fry.
Rare error by Traders Point when they set the middle position here tonight.
Side out Sheridan. Yep, here's Warren. And that one stays in play. Nice job there by Elzer. Elzer comes back on the attack with authority.
Put that straight down at Elzer that time. Big time kill. Exactly what Sheridan needed right there.
I'm sure you're wondering what that might feel like if you get that great set and come back with all that momentum. Probably like a home run. So now the left-handed serve. It's a 2-point deficit for Sheridan. Play at the net. Kept alive there by Traders Point. Elzer pushing it deep. Collision there on the back row by Traders Point. Here's Elzer again. Down the line this time, but it is wide. She's gone cross-court so many times. That was kind of caught me by surprise.
Yeah, you wonder if maybe she caught herself maybe thinking too much there. Just keep doing what you had been doing.
So now +3. Elzer started to go for it right there, but the set was a little bit too far to her right. In the middle, and Traders Point back the other way. That's Morgan.
And Morgan committed an error in the middle a few moments ago, but not that time.
Lead at 4. See what Sheridan, they can't do anything with it this time, so another return by Traders Point, and down the line, but again, a little bit too much on it for Elzer.
That time the set may have forced her to take the line that time. Again, did not get it in.
So now only 5 to go here for Traders Point. Trying to avoid the upset here at the hands of the Blackhawks of Sheridan. And the point. Good play at the net. That looked like number 18, Eaton.
It was on the kill there.
Back to 4, and Elzer will serve. There you go. Take it back to Morgan in the middle where she's had success. And now 11-6.
Yeah, volleyball can very much be like a game of strengths. Just keep going to what continuously works time and time again until the other team can stop it.
So this will be Morgan again on the serve. Down to 4 now for Traders, but Sheridan comes back again, able to get the play at the net, and that's number 18 again, Eaton.
Yeah, that's back-to-back kills for her.
So here's Bates. Blackhawks down by 4 here in this 5th set from the attack line, and nearly played well at the net by number 23, Headley. But Ramirez, I believe, able to play that one strong.
Looked like the ball kind of hung on the net, and Sheridan caught a little off guard by it, and Traders Point with the point.
Savannah Lefebvre now in serving, I believe, her first action here tonight for Traders Point. Traders to the outside, went down the line, played by Warren. From behind the attack line and able to get the point. Looked like that may have been Morgan again this time.
It was
going back that
Morgan
way.
In the back row this time for Morgan. So we're going to get a timeout.
We got a timeout. We're going to go ahead and keep it here for this timeout at 13-7 as you get a look at the Sheridan huddle right here. It's not very long, not a long discussion at all. I think they kind of know what they have to do.
Well, they know exactly what they have to do. They got to get a great serve reception here, get it passed perfectly to the setter, and get a big time kill here.
Yeah. And then keep the ball. Keep it in your court, you might say. Most of their rallies have been very, very short, so they would need a huge one here. But now you can't make two more mistakes the rest of the way. High, deep serve. On the return, Elzer. In the middle, the swing and the hit by Headley. Right now, a little conservative here offensively for Traders Point, but they'll get another return here. Back from the back row, Morgan again to the outside, and that's going to go against Traders Point. Net violation there.
Carrasquedo in the net again. I think that's a couple times where she's been in the net tonight. Free point there for Sheridan. Really keeps them alive here. Down by 5.
And Lexi Lewin is back in the lineup now for Sheridan. Side out. Here's Cross with that left-handed serve. Clips the net, but kept alive. That was Morgan again, I believe, in the middle. The sweep there by Fry. And the push catching on that back row. Bates, a little flat-footed, able to just get a piece of it, but now you're at match point.
Yeah, Emma Fry has tried that play time and time again tonight, where just kind of setting the ball over on the net on the second ball, and that time Bates wasn't ready for it.
And that's going to do it as the ace ends this one, and Traders Point ends up winning it by the final of 15-8 in the 5th set. Well, I'll tell you what, Traders Point's going to go back and look at this and go, listen, we've got to shore up some things. We know that Sheridan, with the 19 service errors, they've got some work to do as well, but a big win here tonight for Traders Point.
Absolutely, a huge win for Traders Point. They've got to feel like they may have stolen one here tonight, because this was one they probably felt like coming in, hey, we're going to win. And it ended up being a lot tougher than I think they thought it should have been, and they're very fortunate that they actually won it. But they played really, really good volleyball in the 5th set.
Yeah, right when they needed it. By the way, Sheridan will fall to 1-6 for Traders Point. They will go to 5-3. Sheridan will play at Eastern Green tomorrow, and for Traders Point, they travel to Indiana Def tomorrow as well. Thanks to the entire crew. Joel and Chuck, thank you guys. Good job as well on the broadcast. Eric Eaton, we'll see you next time. Thank you as always. Want to thank you as well. Don't forget boys soccer tomorrow, 7:30. We'll have it for you right here on Indiana SRN.